Hello. Today we're going to discuss financial literacy courses in high school, and I have my daughter with me who is getting ready to graduate from high school. Imagine being 17 and a half years old in an urban community. You have been in foster care for years. Your 18th birthday is the day before you graduate from high school, the same day you age out of the system. With no job, no savings, and no family safety net, how do you navigate the real world? Could you afford to pay rent, taxes, or avoid predatory credit traps? What if state programs that support young adults, like the John H. Chafee Foster Care Independence Program, are slashed due to budget constraints? Financial literacy can be the bridge between survival and success. As someone who works full time while returning to school to pursue a better future, I understand firsthand the cost of not knowing how to manage finances early in life. I used to work for Citibank and Rocket Mortgage. I have taught associates to make smart money decisions and am working toward a career that includes teaching financial literacy to kids. Most people wish they had learned about budgeting, credit, and taxes earlier in life. The issue affects everyone, regardless of background. Being financially literate can change lives and uplift entire communities. My main points: the alarming financial illiteracy rates among youth, the long term impact of financial illiteracy, and the solution: making financial education a high school requirement. We will go over actions you can take to support this change. Now that you have a clear overview of we will be covering today, let's focus on the problem at hand. Millions of students graduate high school unprepared to make informed financial decisions, which leads to lifelong consequences. According to the Council for Economic Education in 2023, only 27 states require high school students to take a personal finance course, leaving nearly half the country without this essential skill. According to the National Financial Educators Council in 2022, 38% of U.S. adults say they have less than $300 in savings. According to Lusardi and Mitchell in 2014, financial illiteracy is directly linked to poor investment decisions, high debt, and a lack of retirement planning. In a Jumpstart Coalition study, high school seniors scored an average of only 48% on a basic financial literacy exam. Wolstead, in 2010, found that students who took a financial education course performed significantly better on financial knowledge assessments. Now that you are aware of the seriousness of the problem, let's explore a solution. Let's implement mandatory, age-appropriate financial education throughout K through 12, culminating in a required personal finance course for high school graduation. A comprehensive financial education curriculum would cover budgeting, saving, taxes, paycheck breakdowns, credit scores, investing, and the importance of emergency funds. It would also introduce students to digital tools such as budgeting apps like YNAB and investment simulators like the ones on Investopedia.com. This initiative could be rolled out gradually with support from local governments and school boards utilizing existing nonprofit resources like the National Financial Educators Council and Jumpstart Coalition. Some of my counter arguments are: one, there's no room in the curriculum. My solution? Replace less practical electives or integrate financial education into existing math or economics classes. Another objection I expect to hear: kids can learn this at home. My response? According to a FINRA study, Only 34% of parents discuss money regularly with their children. Furthermore, everyone doesn't have financially educated parents, and some students are orphaned. Relying on home education only increases inequality. Last objection I expect to hear: we'll create a world where no one wants service jobs. My response: financial literacy doesn't prevent people from choosing service roles. It simply ensures they can manage their income wisely and advocate for better working conditions. My plan of action for the audience: I challenge you to start a petition at your school or online advocating for online financial literacy education. Share statistics and success stories on social media. Speak at PTA and school board meetings. Contact state representatives and urge them to introduce or support related legislation. Join or start a financial literacy club to create peer based financial education initiatives. Let's review what we've covered today. We discussed the nationwide problem of financial illiteracy, its long term effects, and a scalable solution that starts in high school. We also covered simple yet impactful actions you can take to support this movement. Think again about the 17-year-old who ages out of the system with no safety net. A few well timed lessons in budgeting and saving could have changed that story. Financial literacy isn't just about money, it's about freedom, opportunity, and dignity. Imagine a generation graduating high school ready to thrive, not just survive. You can be a part of making that possible. When I was younger, there was a family life education project where students were assigned an egg to care for. If the egg returned in perfect condition, you passed with an A. If it returned cracked or not at all, you failed. The exercise taught responsibility in a memorable, hands on way. Financial literacy deserves the same attention. If we can teach students how to nurture an egg, we can teach them to nurture their financial future. And unlike that egg, cracked finances are a lot harder to fix. Let's give students the tools to protect what matters before it's too late. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Um, I have two. My first one is, where would the funding come from to find certified financial planners capable of teaching investment and financial planning to high schoolers?
Well, financial advisors and bank representatives could receive tax incentives or service credits for volunteering in public education initiatives. Also, schools could offer stipends comparable to those paid to substitute teachers. Grants from nonprofit financial education organizations or partnerships with local banks and credit unions could also help offset costs.
Okay. My second question is, would kids be able to elect to join a financial club or dual enrollment financial classes instead of having to give up more fun electives?
Yes, there could be flexible options to meet different student needs. Uh, While one comprehensive course might be required for graduation, students could fulfill it through dual enrollment at local colleges, after school programs, or summer intensive courses. Schools could also create engaging financial literacy clubs where students apply what they've learned in a real world simulations, allowing them to gain financial knowledge without sacrificing other electives. Thank you.